Okay, so I messed up in the Mondstadt video. I missed a day by accident. Day 9 was actually made from days 9 and 10. The last video ended on day 28, but it was supposed to end on day 29. Liyue actually begins on day 30. Fortunately, this is an easy fix. Liyue is big, bigger than Mondstadt. And for reasons unrelated to that, I spent a lot of days in this region. My laziness really showed. Commissions, resin, events if any are active, and then I'm out. Here are all those days, so no one's confused when they're skipped in the day counter. Additionally, I'll now have a counter for the number of essential days I take, and updated at the start of each video. I highly recommend that new players take more days off than I do. With that said, I hope to cut down the number of essential days as this series continues. And now, let's jump from the green Mondstadt to the golden land of Geo.
This is order.
After 30 days, we've entered the realm of Genius Invokation TCG. There are NPCs scattered around the map, so we'll battle them occasionally to obtain their unique cards, and improve our player level. I'll also get around to fighting all the playable characters. Eventually. Next, we join Klee and finish her story quest.
Now, let's get out of here before Jean finds out.
We complete the Frostbearing Tree, properly completing Dragonspine. On the same day, we beat the next Ascension domain. Day 36, a single wish gives us the Skyward Pride Claymore. This will be a good weapon for Diluc after it's upgraded. Going back and forth between Jean and Venti, we finish their quests. The next day we hung out with Diona. Day 41, we finally reach Liyue Harbor, and begin Liyue's Archon quest the next day. We also start that day with pulling a Chongyun. Rex Lapis, Liyue's Archon, literally falls out of the sky and dies. This guy points us to the Adepti who work under Rex Lapis, giving us this sigil in order to reach them.
Utterly disappointing.
I can't imagine it.
We finally max out Mondstadt's reputation level, unlocking the Anemo glider wings. I don't know about other Genshin players, but I like to give it to all my Anemo characters. The same applies to the other gliders.
Rex Lapis. Assassinated? At the rite of Ascension?
Floor 4 of the Spiral Abyss is completed next, unlocking a free Kale. Day 84, Child introduces us to Big Dong Zhang. With his guidance, we gather stuff for a morning ritual dedicated to Rex Lapis. And despite all the drip, this man doesn't pay a single mora. The next day, is jam-packed. We get called to the Jade Chamber by Ningguang. How is she a 4-star when all her subordinates are 5 stars? She points us to the Fatui, who are duplicating the sigil that Child gave us in order to use their power. We face off against Child to stop him from stealing the Gnosis off Rex Lapis's corpse, only for it to not be on the body. We run back to the Jade Chamber, defeating Osile. We then run back to Zhongli, who's in the process of handing the Geonosis to Signora, the Fatui lady from the last video. So it turns out Rex Lapis isn't dead, but is actually Zhongli in disguise, which means he tricked us into performing his own funeral. You know, I felt sorry that he's poor, but now I don't care, considering he could have made all the Mora he wanted. With that said, Liyue's Archon quest is now done, with more than 60 days left before we finish the region. And that means you're gonna see a lot of exploration clips for the rest of this video. Oh yeah, we also got a Charlotte at the end of this session. Day 50 we do a quest with Yanfei, unlocking the Serenity Pot. It's basically our personal domain we can customize. I won't be doing anything fancy inside it, at least for some time. Day 55, a 10-pull gives us Beto and Mona. On day 56, I make a quick stop in Fontaine to do an event, unlocking some waypoints while I'm there. The day after, I do a couple things by abusing the power of my personal Genshin account. On day 65, I collected a free Fremine from an event. Day 69, we claim our first Kirara. After 10 days, we do something other than exploration, completing floors 5 and 6 of the Spiral Abyss. Day 88, we obtain Candace. And our next limited 5-star, Kamisato Ayaka. However, since we haven't reached Inazuma, she'll be bound to level 40 for some time. On day 92, my team is finally strong enough to clear the next Ascension domain, thanks to Hoyoverse updating the domain, and admittedly making it easier. This sends us from AR 45 right to AR 49. Day 97, we do a quest with Xingqiu, and the Roses and Muskets events in Fontaine over the next few days. Right after, we do Albedo story quest. Doing this really makes me wish I was there for the Chalk Prince event. Don't know what that is? Look it up. Next, we do a quest with Eula, followed by Noelle's first hangout event. You heard me. Noelle's currently the only character to get 2 hangout events. Day 107, we got to choose a Sealy companion thanks to an event. Since gold is my favorite color, I went with this one. It'll be floating beside us for the foreseeable future. That same day, we also completed Noelle's second hangout event. Next day, we do Xiao's quest. And the day after that, we get the best 4-star in the game, Bennett. He's an excellent healer, he buffs character damage, and his pyro abilities are as good, if not better than Diluc's, who we've been using up until now. Once Bennett is sufficiently leveled, he's immediately going to replace him. The next day, we pull our first Chevreuse, complete the Jade Chamber quest with Shenhe, and our first encounter with Dainsleif. Dane is a survivor of Conria, which fell 500 years ago. Since then, he's been fighting the Abyss Order, and somehow seems to know about our sibling. A few days later, we do Ganyu's quest, then Mona's, and then Child's. Day 118, we dominated the next Ascension domain. The next story quests to be finished are Hu Tao's and Baiju's, followed by Chongyun's, Yunjin's, and Ningguang's hangouts. Over 2 more sessions, we complete both of Zhongli's story quests, unlocking the Ajdaha weekly boss. Between them, we also progress the main story with Dainsleif. The 2 of us go looking for traces of the Abyss Order, obtaining the eye of the first Field Tiller, aka the first Ruin Guard. Aether and Paimon end up discovering an upside-down Statue of the Seven. Once we bring Dainsleif there, we fight an Abyss Herald.
Time to silence you!
Everybody stand!
Freeze!
Hey! Could that be? Ether.
What the heck, man? This is one of the most important moments in the story, and Hoyoverse couldn't be bothered to give Aether his damn voice? Anyway, Lumine runs off, Dainsleif in hot pursuit, leaving us behind. And, on that somber note, we end the Liyue portion of our adventure. For now, at least. At the time, I made sure to get everything I could done before version 4.4. That update brought 2024's Lantern Rite event, but also an expansion to Liyue. But since this video is already long enough, we'll explore that area in the next video. Hopefully, I'll see you all there.